we're gonna make our way down to the mat to start. Let's do a half kneeling windmill. So we're gonna start with the left side up, right side is down. I'm gonna turn my back leg in a bit and tuck those toes under. Right hand slides down the leg as I push my hips back. We're gonna bring that forearm down to the ground. We come back up. 4 more on this side. So we only have 4 exercises in our warm-up, but we're gonna perform this twice through. So round 1 for this drill, we're gonna keep it body weight. Round 2, if you wanna add your weight into that hand, you're more than welcome to. Let's switch sides when you're done your 5. So right side up, left side down, turn those toes in. We slide down the leg, again, pushing the hips back toward the heel and up. Good, big inhale as we go back. Exhale up, 3 more. Make sure you get all the way back up with those hips. Last one. Perfect, grab your weight. We're gonna go for some weight pull-throughs, 10 reps here. So your weight's gonna start on one side of you. I would line it up underneath your rib cage so your hands are in front. Hands closer, legs wider. We're gonna reach through, pull that weight under, reach through, pull the weight under. If you need to, you can drop down to the knees. Let's go for 10 here. So we pull it through, that's 1. Pull it through, that's 2. Make sure you're actively thinking about where your hips are. We wanna keep pointing them down to the floor. This is 5, halfway. Finish out your last one. Very nice. We're gonna meet on the back and we're going for a single leg long lever bridge hold. So last week we did both legs. Today we're gonna do one at a time. Legs are out longer than our typical bridge. We're gonna lift the hips and hold. 20 seconds on each side, all right? Let's go for it. Left leg first in 3, in 2, and 1. So left leg is holding us up, right leg is hovering. If this gets to be too much, you've got 2 options. Number 1, you can put that other leg down, just work on using both legs. Number 2, you can always walk it back closer and just work on your normal single leg bridge. We're gonna switch in 2, in 1, switch those legs. Try to keep the hips up between sides. So remember, with everything we do in every workout, but also in today's, we wanna make sure we're choosing the proper progression for our bodies. If we're really struggling here, we're feeling it in places we're not supposed to, so not in the hamstrings or the glutes, we wanna make sure we're choosing something that works for us. Bring it down. Last thing, before we come back up to the top, we're gonna grab our weight and we're gonna hold it in the hands, taking a nice strong hinge. So let me show you kettlebell and dumbbell here. I'm gonna grab my weight, bring it into the hands, send the butt back, and I'm just gonna hold this. So I'm stretching through the back of my hips, making a lot of space. If you've got a dumbbell, you're just gonna hold right onto it. Same exact thing, holding it on here, okay? So we're gonna take 30 seconds in this hold. Make your way over in 3, in 2, and 1. So hovering off the ground, sending those hips back, breathing into the back of the hips. So this is gonna be really important today, this position, for all of the cleans that we're focused on. Let's start to work from toes up to the head. I want big toe, pinky and heel, digging down into the ground. My knees are pulled back, so you're gonna feel more of your hamstring. Good, squeeze your armpits down. I want you to look in front of your feet for 3, for 2, for 1, let it go. Let's go for all of that one more time. So we're gonna come into our windmill. Option to add a weight if you like. I'm gonna grab my dumbbell, add a little weight here, and we'll start with the left side. So, left side up, right side down. We have 5 reps. Slide down the leg, drive the hips back, bring it back up. Big inhale down. Exhale to push. Good, 3 more. Once you're done your 5 on one side, we're gonna switch to the other. So right side up, left side down. Let's go for it. 5 reps here. After your last one, we're gonna come right into those weight pull-throughs. So find your plank. We're gonna go for 10 reps here. Legs wider, hands closer. Start it up when you're ready. I could couple shit out from a mile away. Don't say you want me if you can't keep coming back for me. Might have to curve you if you just Once you're done those 10, we're gonna flip it over, finding that single leg, long lever, bridge hold. We'll give us all a second to get down there. All right, let's go for it. Left leg first in 3, in 2, and 1. Again, it's 20 seconds here. So not the longest hold we'd had. So let's make the most of it. Pull the toes up to the shins. We wanna make sure we're not letting that toe and knee turn out to the side. So imagine you're pinching your inner thighs together. Keep driving the hips up for 3, 2, 1. Switch those legs. Right leg down, left leg up. Cause you wanna respect, cause you fighting some war, baby. Well, I had to bring the fists out, had to put a wall up, but don't trust phonies, baby. Yeah, you got good work. You're over halfway through. We're up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Come on up to stand. We're gonna go for that final hover at the bottom of our deadlift position. So right on top of that weight, we started up in 3, in 2, and 1. Let's go for it. You're just about halfway through. Keep pulling those knees back. Keep digging your feet into the floor, squeezing your armpits down. We're almost there. You got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Great work. All right, y'all, that is your warm-up. If you need anything else, take a sec, do it now. But let's start to chat about the bulk of today's workout. For today's workout, we have 2 different circuits that we're going through. First circuit is gonna be more plyometric based. So this is gonna be our landing mechanics and our jump mechanics. Second circuit is gonna be more ballistics or skill based. So let's just stick with the first work set and then we'll dive into the second. First exercise, we're gonna need our med ball yoga blocker pillow. This is our step through and chop. So last week, we learned our chop from a stagger stance, sitting back into that hip. Today, we're gonna start with the feet together and we're gonna step into it. So we come up, I'm on the balls of my feet, we're stepping through and chopping, okay? So what we're really trying to do here is absorb the force of landing. So we're gonna go for 6 on the right, 6 on the left. I just want everybody again to find that bottom position. It's more of a hinge, meaning that we're pulling the hips back just like we did in our warm-up, rather than a squat. So I want you to feel like you're shining your tailbone to the back wall, okay? So we're gonna start with the right leg. We're stepping through, twisting over the front leg, 6 to the right, 6 to the left. We're gonna do this all together. So grab your prop of choice. We're up, big inhale. Exhale, step through, hold. Good, we bring it back up. 2, and chop. Good, 3, bring it up, and chop. Good, 4, bring it up, and chop. 2 more, 5, up, and chop. Last one here. We chop. Nice. Give it a little shake. We're gonna go to the other side. Left foot coming front. So we come up and chopped. Good. Bring it back. Up and chopped. Nice. Try to land on the inside of your foot. 3. Chopped. Good. 3 more. We chop. Good. Give me 1 more here. Nice work. All right, ditch your prop. We're gonna go into our A skips. So last week, we learned our A skips in place. This week, we're gonna have the option to travel them back and forth. Remember, with all of these progressions, you can either keep it as is, or you can always regress it back to last week. So what it's gonna look like traveling forward, across our space, and then we're gonna come all the way back, okay? 20 seconds of work here. As always, I want you to start your march in place, then you can have the option to skip it, then you can have the option to move. Let's go, 20 seconds on the clock in 3, in 2, and 1. So I'm gonna start with the march, then I'm gonna start in place, then I'm gonna start to move this guy, front and back. Obviously, the goal is to move these as quickly as possible, but if you're not used to A skips, focus on forward. Good. We're out in 2, 1, breathe. Nice work. All right, last exercise. This is gonna feel scary. Let me show you, and then we're gonna break it down, okay? So this is option 1. We're gonna do today a tuck jump from a split stance. So we're starting in our split stance. We're gonna come up, tuck the legs, bring it back down. I know, everyone's like, no. If you want, you can go back to last week's variation, which is our split stance jump squat. Option 3 is what we talked about last week as well. You don't have to leave the floor. The most important thing is that we're getting vertical power, okay? So you choose the progression that feels right to you. We're gonna do 3 on each side, very low rep. So left leg front, right leg back. Let's find that hover. So you're either going into your power position, you're either jumping or you're tucking. Let's go, big inhale. And up when you're ready. Good, 2 more. Last one. Nice, we're gonna switch those legs. So notice if you're doing the jump squat, arms should fly back as you jump. If you're doing the tuck jump, because your legs are coming up with you, arms come up, okay? 3 more. Woo, all right. We're gonna put a whole minute on the clock here. Catch your breath. 1 more round of all of this. Questions, comments, concerns, you drop it in the chat. Otherwise, just take a nice recovery position. For me, it's this nice little gremlin stance. So, round 2. We're a little more comfortable in the movements, right? We kind of talked about this with the A skip. The purpose here is speed. So everything in this movement, or in our movements, has a speed component, right? With the step chop, it's not necessarily that we're connecting all of the movement together fast. It's that we're moving fast through the chop, holding and finding that landing mechanic, right? That force absorption. With the A skips, we should be moving those quickly. Same idea with the tuck jumps, okay? Those are all about exploding fast, hold. Explode fast, hold. So we have just about 10 seconds. We're gonna make our way into round 2. All right, let's go for it. So, where am I? Let's grab. Let's grab our prop. We're gonna go for 6 on each side. So right leg is cutting forward. So I'm gonna do the first 3 with you, then you're on your own. Here we go. We all meet at the top. Exhale, chop. Good, 2 more, up. Exhale, chop. Nice, 1 more together, up. Exhale, chop. Good, 3 more in your own time on this side. Very nice. Once you hit all 3 on that one side, we're gonna flip it around, go right to the other. Let's do the first 3 together. So this time, left leg's coming in front. We come up, exhale, chopped. Yes, 2 more, up, and chopped. Last one together. Good. 3 more in your own time, let's go. Nice work, finish those out. We're gonna go right into our A skips. So, round 2 here, speed. Trying to move as quickly as possible, getting those knees up. Let's go in 3, in 2, and 1. So you can start in place. Once you feel comfy, start to move it across your space. Get those knees up. Keep it light on your feet. Yes, halfway. If you start to lose it, you slow it down. Then you get back in. Let's go 3, 2, 1, breathe. Woo. All right, one final exercise. Tuck jumps or your split stance jumps, okay? 3 and 3 in your own time. Start up when you're ready, left leg front. Woo. Once you hit 3 on one side, shake it out. 3 on the other, let's go. Woo! Nice work, everybody. Okay, let's start to chat about our second work set here. This is gonna be our ballistic work, which is all cleans today. So we're gonna learn 3 different skills: a dead clean, a hang clean, and a split clean. These all have slightly different mechanics. We're gonna do each one at a time. then we're gonna put them all together as kind of like a flowy complex, okay? So, kettlebell variation, dead clean. Your weight is starting on the floor, dead. We're gonna start with the right arm. We're directly on top. We break at the hips. We're gonna take more of a squattier hinge. As I pull the elbow back, explode through the hips. Weight comes to the shoulder. We bring it back down. Back punch, bring it back down. If you're using a dumbbell, you're actually gonna be performing a hang clean because the dumbbell isn't big enough to reach the floor, and that's okay. So, dumbbell, hanging off the floor. We pull up to the shoulder, bring it down. From the front, you'll notice that that palm is facing in, up to the shoulder, and down. So your goal here is to find explosive power through the hips. This is not a upper body exercise. Your arm just happens to be holding the weight, okay? So let's go on the right side first. 5 on the right, we'll flip around 5 on the left, then we're going into our second drill. So, directly on top of that weight, break at the hips, reach down for your belt. We pull that armpit in, big inhale, exhale up, bring it to the floor. Good, up, and down. 3 more all together. Elbow back punch, and down. Last 2. Last one here. And down, good, breathe. I'm gonna show dumbbell for round 2, or the second side here. So you'll notice that my other arm is mimicking what my hips are doing, okay? Let's try and implement on this, wow, English. Let's try to implement that on this second side. Here we go. We send the hips back. I'm gonna use my right arm to scoop it up. We come up to the shoulder. Good, bring it back and down. 2, up, and down. 3, up, and down. 2 more, up, and down. Last one, up, and down. Beautiful. All right, exercise number 2. We're doing a hang clean. My dumbbell people, you just get double practice with that, all right? My kettlebell people, your kettlebell is now going to hover off the ground. So you have a little less distance to cover, but you also have to use a little bit more arm strength now because now the weight is already in a hovered position. So we're gonna do the same thing, break at the hips, we're hovering, bring it up and down. The heavier your weight, the more you're gonna need to use those legs in terms of vertical force, okay? So same thing, we're gonna go 5 on the right, walk it around, 5 on the left. Again, dumbbell people, you're doing the same thing, double practice. Here we go. So right on top of that weight, we hover, big inhale. Exhale up, we bring it down. Good, up 2, and down. Up 3, and down. Up 4, and down. Last one, up, and down. Beautiful, take a breath. All right, so we talked about where our power is coming from. We talked about the other arm. Let's really make sure on the down phase, we're not just letting that weight kind of bring us forward, okay? So we wanna mimic the exact same path that we did on the way up. Elbow back, keep the tension, punch it straight down, okay? Let's go for that left side. Over that bell, we hover, 5 here. So we come up, bring it back and down. Lots of tension there, 2, up, and down. Push, 3, and down, up 4, bring it down. Last one, 5. Bring it down, breathe. All right, last drill here. This is the tricky one. We're doing a split clean. So what does that mean? We're gonna land in the split stance position. So I'm starting in my dead clean position. I'm gonna drive the elbow back, punch the shoulder, my feet split. We step it back up, bring it down. The biggest mistake I see here is twofold. Number 1, I see a lot of times people are just jumping the back leg back. You wanna imagine that your floor is splitting underneath you. So you're splitting right under your torso. Number 2, I often see people coming up to come down. We wanna think down right away, getting from point A to point B as quickly as possible. So that again, you can always practice this for a second if you want before we do it together. I'm gonna split the floor and think down right away. We step it up, bring the elbow back. If you're using a dumbbell, same thing, but it's gonna be from your hang position. So we're here, elbow shoots back, we bring it up and down. So 5 on the right, 5 on the left. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off and go for it, okay? You are not allowed to stand back up until you are stable at the bottom. Let's try it. So, right arm, find that dead clean. We're gonna bring it to the shoulder, right leg back. Bring it up and back. Good, we step it up. And down, 4 more. We bring it back. Bring it up. And down, 3 more. Up clean. We step it open. Bring it down, 2 more. Good, we bring it up. Back and down, last one. Bring it up. Down, take a breath. Woo! All right, I'm gonna go with my dumbbell for round 2 here on the second side. Let's go for it. So this time, left leg is going back. I want you to ground those feet into the floor. Pinch your inner thighs together at the bottom, okay? Let's go. So we find that hinge. Left leg goes back. Big exhale up. We step it up. Elbow back down. 2. Huh. Good. Bring it down. 3. Huh. We bring it down. 2 more. Bring it up. Good. Last one here. Huh. And recover. Okay. Let's put a minute on the clock. Here's what we have in store. We're gonna do all of that again. So we're gonna go 5 dead cleans each side, 5 hang cleans each side, 5 split cleans each side. We're gonna take very minimal rest between all of that. Then we're gonna put it all together as a complex, a flow, whatever you wanna call it. So this is your time to really focus on your form. There's a reason we're just kind of practicing these skills straight to get it in our body. So big things we're looking for. We wanna make sure that the hips are the prime mover. It's not about just curling the weight up to the shoulder. So we wanna explode through the hips, elbow comes back, we punch the shoulder at the top. On the way down, don't lose that tension, it's part of the movement. Back, straight back down, rather than collapsing forward, okay? And then in that split stance, that's the hardest position to hit. We wanna think point A, point B. So we're not coming up and down, we're simply shooting down, okay? Let's go for it. So we're gonna start with that dead clean. Right arm, 5 in your own time. We'll meet for the left side. Here we go. Once you hit 5 on one side, you're gonna take a walk, and we're going to the other side. 5 more here when you're ready. Remember, you can use that opposite arm. It should mimic where your hips are going. Every little bit of power that you have, use it. Once you hit 5, take a breather, and let's recap what we're doing for our second round. Hang clean. So your bell is hanging off the floor. If you're using a dumbbell, same exact thing you just did. You get double practice, all right? Let's go for it. So, right arm, we send the hips back. We're gonna hover off the floor, big inhale. Exhale up, and down. Again, you might need a little bit more from your legs in terms of vertical power, because now you don't have that tension from the floor. Once you hit your 5, bring it down, flip it around, and we're gonna go to the left side. So again, bell is hovering. Break at those hips, hold it off the floor just an inch. Let's go. Woo. All right, catch your breath. Wipe the sweat off. Final drill before we put it all together. Split clean. So let's review real quick. Watch me. We're coming back, thinking down, pinch the legs, pinch the floor. We step it back up, back down. 5 on each side, okay? Let's start with the right. So that means right leg goes back, right arm is finding that clean. Let's go for it. Load the hips. Keep it going. 4 more. Drive that elbow back. Once you hit your 5, you take a walk, and we go to the other side. The walk around really helps me. It just like resets everything. So we're gonna go left arm, left leg back. Let's do it. Find that hinge. We keep it low, let's go. That was a little floppy. Keep playing with it. That was a note from me, not for anybody else. Once you hit your 5 and 5, minute on the clock, here's what we've got. We're gonna go for 2 rounds here, twice on each side. Ralph, that was really hard to get out. So we're gonna go dead clean, down, hang clean, down, split clean, all the way down, flip around to the other side, okay? So what that's gonna look like, 1 dead clean, we hang, 1 hang clean, we bring it down, split clean, bring it up, and we'll switch sides at the bottom, okay? In terms of your split clean, I don't really care if you're starting from a dead position or a hang position, whatever comes the most natural to you, okay? Obviously, if you're using a dumbbell, it's gonna have to come from a hang clean, totally fine. So my dumbbell people, hang clean, split clean. I don't want us to walk around for the sake of time. We're simply gonna switch arms right to the other side, okay? Let's go for it. 2 rounds here. We're gonna take 30 seconds between rounds. So hand on bell, right side. We're gonna do this all together, round 1. Here we go, dead clean. Huh. Down, hang. We come up, hang clean. Bring it down, hover. We're going right leg back, split clean. Good, we come up. Bring it down, right to the left side. Here we go, dead clean up. Hang clean, down. Huh. Split clean, bring it down, left leg back. Huh. Bring it down, 30 seconds. Woo, good job. All right, 1 done. We have 1 more. So this is where we need to put on our thinking caps. Luckily for today, we're not working from swings or anything that's continuous. So you get built-in time to really recalibrate and think about what's happening next, right? So every time you hit your clean position, where am I going? I'm hanging. Great, I'm here. Where am I going? I'm gonna split clean. Okay, and then we're gonna reset. So I'm gonna let you do this last one in your own time. I wanna start to give you the opportunity to own it, all right? So dead, hang, split, switch sides, dead, hang, split. Let's go, hand on bell, right side first, in your own time. Once you do it on the right, you switch to the left, dead, hang, split. Once you are done there, clear your space, and we're just gonna meet in a nice crisscross position to stretch. Find that crisscross position. We're just gonna take some nice rotations side to side. So like I said last time, every week we're gonna be focused on a different skill in the second work set there. Let's switch again. I believe next week is snatches. So if you need a little snatch recap, you can always go into the Intro to Kettlebell program. Let's bring soles of the feet together. Quick little opening through those hips. And then week 4, I believe we're gonna be working on jerks, which is like a push press, but you're landing with bent knees, so it's meant to be a little bit of a heavier push press. Good, let's find that crisscross. 1 final breath, arms come up. Exhale, pull it down to heart center. Take it with you for your week. Make a little noise.